Like, being in a pyramid scheme taught me so much about myself and about life. And you know what? I don't run a cult because I know I could. I have the charisma to be a cult leader. I'm not trying to be insensitive. If anybody's been a part of a cult, thank you. Welcome back. I'm glad you're okay. I love karaoke. You know, I hate when people are like too cool for karaoke. I was like talking to somebody the other day and they were like, oh, I hate karaoke. I was like, red flag. Red flag. Like, we're no longer friends at this point. Because if you don't appreciate karaoke, what are we doing here? You lack whimsy, you lack personality, you lack character. And honestly, I don't even know if you're an honest person because you're lying. There's no way you don't love karaoke. Okay, here's why I'm like going on this tangent today, because there's a new karaoke bar in Los Angeles, specifically in West Hollywood. And if you're in LA, you've probably seen it. If you've been on my Instagram, you've probably seen it. But oh my God, it is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. So it's a karaoke bar. That's all it is. Okay. That's all they do. That's the specialty, but it is very luxurious. It looks like the inside of like a 5-star hotel lobby. It's chic. Okay. They've got this gigantic microphone shaped disco ball. I eat it up. It's incredible. Okay. That's just the downstairs. Then when you go upstairs, they have private suites. Okay. Which is like really not that bad. It's like 10 or $15 a person per hour. That's what it comes out to. You have to like obviously book it in advance. But anyways, in the private suites, they have fog machines, they have disco balls, they have light shows. Every like song has a different light show. It's actually insane. I don't know, I could spend hours in there. I thought about just doing like a standing reservation of like every Friday or like every other Friday for like 2 hours. I just go sing. I just think it's good for you. It gets the blood flowing, you're, breathing well. And it sounds like a win-win to me. Anyways, if you're in Los Angeles, you have to do it. It's actually insane. And I don't trust anybody who doesn't like karaoke because, like, what kind of freak doesn't like karaoke? And maybe you don't like it in a big setting. Maybe you're a little shy. Okay, first of all, grow up. It's time to get over that fear. You're a grown adult scared to sing in front of people. And everybody's singing bad. Those people in there are just belting it out. They sound terrible. Adele is not singing before you in karaoke. And I judge anybody that walks into karaoke and tries to like really belt it out. You know what I'm talking about? The people that want to be the pop stars that are up there like really trying, like they've rehearsed this song. They know exactly what notes to hit, the range, like, yeah. You know when people start to do that at karaoke? Oh my God, I hate it. Don't do that at karaoke. We're all amateurs here. This is amateur hour for a reason. If you think you can sing, go try out for American Idol. The Voice is calling. They're waiting on you. Okay? But don't come trying to like really flex that vocal range at the local karaoke bar. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It's not that serious. And you're putting pressure on these people. Like these people are already stressed about coming up here performing, singing, and now you're stressing them out. Anyways, the vibes are good at a karaoke bar, typically. I did go to a karaoke bar one time that was in like a cave. It was actually very bizarre. I went to this bar in Los Angeles and I was like Googling karaoke bars before this new karaoke bar opened. Now I don't go to karaoke anywhere else, for the record. But I was like, I'm going to go find karaoke one night. So I go to this place called the Surly Goat, I think is the name of that place. It's a cave in there. It's very scary. The seats are peeling. It was fine. I went on like a Thursday. It was like 8:00 p.m. Nobody was there, which that's the other bad thing to do. Like you can't go to karaoke night and be the first one to sing. You got to let somebody else warm the crowd up. You know what I mean? You got to have some people be really good, some people be really bad, and then you go right in the middle and you just like sprinkle it. You want to be forgettable at a karaoke night. Like that is the best way to approach karaoke night. You don't want to be too good. I don't want to hear the riffs. You know what I mean? But if you're bad at karaoke night, like the people that really can't sing, but they think they're singing really good, that's even worse. But anyways, the point of karaoke, the way you survive karaoke to karaoke bar is you be right in the middle. You can't be memorable. You have to be forgettable. If anything, maybe they think, oh my God, he's so much fun. He had so much fun. He was making all of us have fun. Okay, great. That's a win. That's a win. I don't want people to be like, oh, wow, he was really singing. No. So originally when we walk in, there's nobody there. So I'm like, okay, I guess this is great. It's like karaoke was supposed to start 15 minutes ago, but in LA, everybody's late. So I'm like, I'm going to let some people trickle in first. You know what I mean? Which I had a big enough crowd. That's another pro tip. Bring your own crowd to karaoke night. That makes it less intense. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm going to be fine. Like, we're going to have some fun here. Then this like group of people came in that all knew each other and they knew the DJ, like the girl at the karaoke place. Okay. So then the girl who's running the karaoke is annoyed that we're coming to sing because evidently this is her friend's private karaoke night because nobody's showing up to this bar to do karaoke. So we showed up, and of course, she was like, what are y'all doing here? This is my friend's night. And I was like, it's a public bar. Anyways, I did karaoke. Nobody clapped for me, and I was definitely singing better than they were and more life to the party. But you can't change people's minds. You know what I mean? If people want to be miserable, let them be miserable. But it's really hard to be miserable when you're doing karaoke. That's all I have to say. Hello. Welcome to The Wash. And we have a new camera angle here today. For all of you that watch, fortunately, most of you listen, but now you get an extra HD crisp up close shot of me. If you want to always watch, you always can. We're on YouTube. Spotify even lets you do video podcasts now. Apple is about to. So we're like a win-win-win. If you ever want to see my beautiful face that I know you just like can't get enough of, you can always watch me. But listening is okay too. I'm always happy to like ride around in the car with you. But we are here back at the laundromat. And let me tell you, baby, it's a solo shift today, which makes me want to jump off a bridge. You know how much I hate working. You know how much I hate working alone. But thank God y'all are here. My coworkers also clocking in. Why is it so busy this summer? Like, I can't even breathe. It's like one thing after another, which I mean like booked, busy, blessed. Thank God. Honored. Hallelujah. You know what I mean? It was a rough like spring, winter. So I'm glad that we're back in the groove. But then I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot of work. I can't work this much. And everybody's scheduling stuff. They want to just cram stuff in, you know? But anyways, I'm excited. I'm about to go to Europe. I'm about to go to Portugal. Come with me to Portugal. And I'm thrilled. I cannot wait. Can't wait to smoke me a little European cigarette. Y'all know how much I've been talking about that. Oh my God. And if y'all aren't smokers, it's okay. That's great. Please don't judge me. Please, let me have this moment, okay? When I come back from Portugal, I'm not going to be smoking anymore. I'm not going to be on the tobacco, okay? But when I'm in Europe, I will be smoking a little petite cigarette. Y'all know I love those. So I'm excited. I thought today we could kind of dive into my past jobs. You know, now that I ended up at the laundromat in Los Angeles, God, it's been a long journey. But, you know, I was in a pyramid scheme. I have to say it. I do have to say it. I was in a pyramid scheme. I was in like willingly. I went willingly. I was in a pyramid scheme willingly. And I guess let me clarify here. It was a multi-level marketing company, not a pyramid scheme. Say that for the record again, in case I get sued. Not a pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing. But in my head, potato, okay? Same thing. I know. Somebody here, somebody listening is a part of one, and that's okay. I support you. Don't go, please. Like, we're all welcome here. But we can just call it what it is. And before you say, well, corporate America is a pyramid scheme too, I agree. I agree. It's all a scam, okay? Let's not be offended by that. Let's just live, laugh, love, giggle away, and have a good time. Anyways, back to the story. I was in a pyramid scheme, and it was thrilling. It was fun. And my God, I was good at it. Like, being in a pyramid scheme taught me so much about myself and about life. And you know what? I don't run a cult because I know I could. Do you ever think about that? I would be too powerful to run a cult. So I just don't run a cult. But I know I could run a cult if I wanted to. That's why I don't really have respect for people that run cults, because I see right through it. I would fall for a cult, but then I would quickly scale my way to the top of the ladder and run a cult. I know that pyramid schemes and cults are not the same thing. I'm just saying I have the charisma. I was about to say charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I have the charisma to be a cult leader. I'm not trying to be insensitive. If anybody's been a part of a cult, thank you. Welcome back. I'm glad you're okay. But anyways, I loved the pyramid scheme. I was in it. I was thrilled to be in it. And what can I say? I love to be a part of a community. It's fun, you know? I was an entrepreneur. Before I dive into my pyramid scheme, I need to give you a little bit of backstory. I, about once every other year, embark upon a holistic journey. I've been vegan. I've done a juice cleanse. I've exercised. None of them have worked out. But I've tried. Because every now and then I get a little itch. You know what I mean? You know when you're like, oh, I can do that. Those vegans, I can do it. I can. It's not that hard. I was mistaken. So I was like feeling very holistic, very Eastern medicine. And at one point I was like, I need these essential oils. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the essential oils. God, I love an essential oil. And I just got sucked right in. I was eating it up. Which, like, what's even crazier about this is, like, I knew about essential oils. Like, and hold on. I believe in essential oils. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in a lavender essential oil. That's great. A little peppermint. But I believe in the essential oils in a spa. I don't know if they're, like, curing cancer. You know what I mean? Which is damn near what they're claiming, okay? Which is great. If it works for you, that's fine. It didn't work for me, okay? And the thing is, I was first introduced to essential oils by my stepmom in like middle school. She had embarked on her own pyramid scheme journey, which I loved for her. She started selling these essential oil. Well, not selling. It wasn't even selling. We were just stocking them in the house. You know what I mean? I was like, this lavender's fun. The eucalyptus is cute. The lemon oil, fun. You know, I was like, great. I'm eating it up. I'm having a great time. And then one day I had like, I had a stomach ache, like severe diarrhea or something. TMI, sorry. But anyways, it was not good, okay? And I was like, hey, I need some like Imodium, some stomach medicine, something, you know, IBS, tummy troubles rise up. You know what I mean? I was like, I just need a little pill to pop and I'll be better, you know? And she goes, oh, I've got just the thing. She disappears, runs into the bathroom, comes back out with this little essential oil. I said, what is this? She said, oh, this is gonna solve your tummy issues. I said, is it? This don't look like Pepto-Bismol or a little Imodium. So I was like, well, maybe, maybe I'm not being open-minded enough. You know, maybe I need to maybe I need to listen to her. She's a professional distributor in the essential oils. So I was like, why don't you tell me, like what I need to do here? You know, like I was like, maybe it's like you put it in a capsule, okay? Or maybe you like swallow the pill. So she said, you take these 3 drops of oils, put them on your palm. And she said, if you're constipated, rub it on your stomach clockwise. But if you got diarrhea, rub it on your stomach counterclockwise. Now, hold on. First of all, I have a memory of a fruit fly. I already forgot. Am I supposed to rub it clockwise, counterclockwise? I don't know. And what do you mean my stomach knows which way I'm rubbing it? That doesn't make sense. What happens if I rub it the wrong way? What happens? Is it going to make me further stopped up? Or is it going to make it even worse than the diarrhea? Something's not adding up here. You know what I mean? I was like, okay. Anyways, I tried it. It didn't work. And at that point, I was a little bit doubtful of the essential oils journey, but clearly not doubtful enough because a few years later, I embarked upon my own. Different brand, because there's a few different brands of the essential oils. Let me tell you, I'm a very big fan of Pepto-Bismol, Lactaid, Imodium, okay? I keep them in business, all right? So I was not using it for no tummy troubles. I was using it as like I need a little bit of lavender on my pillow before I go to sleep. I need a little lemon drop in my water, which tasted bad, but I was just like, at this point you get sucked in, you just got to own it. You know what I mean? So I wanted it for personal use. I just wanted to buy the kit because it had the 12 best-selling oils of the company. You know how they rope you in. So I sign up and they send it to me. I'm thrilled. I got a little diffuser. I'm diffusing oils all around the house. I'm using the lavender. I'm using the eucalyptus. I'm having a great time, okay? And then I was like, this kind of seems like a scam because for some reason, I don't know if y'all know this, but you can only order the oils once a month. You have one day. Like the 17th, you pick your day, the 2nd, the 15th, the 23rd, I don't know. You pick your day, and every month on the 23rd, they check you out, whatever you have in your cart, they check you out, ship it to you, charge your card, bam. The problem with this is you like add stuff to your cart throughout the month to kind of like see what you need, you know what I mean? And then you forget about it and then they charge your card and then you're stuck. Well, I was like, well, what? I mean, some people are using this in the place of medicine. You know what I mean? Like some people, what happens if I run out of some ibuprofen? I'm going to the store and buying ibuprofen. What happens if I run out of lavender oil? No, do you know what you were supposed to do? There were people calling their friends because they had a different date. So like one person might have the 2nd, the other person might have the 18th. And if they missed on the 2nd, they would call their friend and be like, hey, can you add me to your order for the 18th? I was like, what do you mean I can only purchase a product once a month? What year are we in? Feels like 1962 or something. Like we're sending in a catalog. I was like, I'm doing all this on my computer. What do you mean I can't just place order, ship, be here in 48 hours? What do you mean I have to do it once a month? That was a scam. And then they charge you. You have like a minimum or something. And then they were hounding me. They were hounding me because they could see my potential, of course. All of my distributors, they were hounding me. They were trying to get me to sign people up. And unfortunately, I did sign somebody up. My best friend, Courtney. I'm sorry, Courtney. I don't know if I've ever apologized for that, but I suckered her in. I got her to buy in. I did. I tried to get my mom, but my mom wasn't having it. So I was like, who can I get? Who can I sucker into this? I got Courtney in there. She had a little headache. I was like, you know what you need for that? A little peppermint oil. I didn't know what I was saying. I was just lying. And guess what? It worked. She bought it. And I don't remember how much they gave me. It was like $50. It kind of helped offset the cost. So I appreciated her for that. I mean, the kit was like $150, you know? I mean, I was just using them for personal use. Eventually, I gave up. Eventually, I was like, okay, this isn't for me. I'm going to stop. And I did. And they almost come to your house. It's crazy. I'm still friends with a few of them on Facebook, which I love to do. I love to keep people on Facebook. If we're friends on Facebook, actually, I am so zoomed into your life. I know everything about you. I'm commenting on people's stuff I haven't seen in 15 years. People who probably forgot I existed. I'm still, because I'm zoomed in. I love when people post on Facebook like it's their diary. We should go back to that. More posting on Facebook like it's your diary. My great aunt used to do that. Every day she'd wake up and, good morning, Facebook. I'm here. I just got done pooping. Now I'm going to get me a little hot coffee from the store. Then I got to go take mama to the dentist. Then I got to, oh my God, I ate it up. I live people telling their business on the internet. Please keep it up. Got a little hole in my tire, and then I had to call the AAA, and the man was rude to me, and I had to tell him, Terry Joe, let me speak to your supervisor. And then Terry referred me and got an attitude and started cussing me out. Tell it to me. All on Facebook. Please tell it to me. You know, people just don't hold back on Facebook. They feel like it's a friend group, a personal, close friend group, and I live for that. Anyway, so I am still friends with a few of the distributors on Facebook. They're doing well. I think they stopped selling too. So it's really hard to make a business doing that. I just got tired. Now I work for myself. I make more money than I did selling the oils, the little snake oils. So anyways, but you know, I love a hobby. That was just a little hobby of mine because I love a hobby. Like I've had a million hobbies. I was a wedding photographer. I was a cyclist. I made candles. I knitted. I sewed. I hiked. I was healthy for a minute. That's a hobby. I tried meditation. I tried calligraphy. I tried needlepoint. The candle making, I really went all in. I thought I was going to have a business. I'm still going to have a business one day. I have like 100 oils, not the same essential oils, but 100 candle oils. And I was concocting stuff. It's a science. I was just eating it up. I tried it for like a month and then I gave up. I tried piano. I tried guitar. I used to be able to play Yankee Doodle behind my head. So all I could play was Yankee Doodle. Oh, woodworking. I built my own bed. I'm telling you, I just try things. I love a project and then I just do it halfway and then I give up because that's just more fun. It's really, I don't like following through on things like that. It really stresses me out and then it's not coming out the way I want it. So I just want to give up and be done with it. Or I just want to say I did it once so then I can, move on. Like I knitted a few wash rags. And that's all I knitted. But yeah, I was a wedding photographer. That was like my hobby turned career because I did that through college. And that was like a really fun job. for the most part. Like, I was shooting weddings all over. I did a wedding in Australia. I did weddings in New York, Charleston, California, Seattle, of course, Louisiana, Texas. Anyways, I did them all over because I was like, I need a job in college. And I was like, I can make a little bit more money doing this and I can like work on my own. So anyways, I did it. But let me tell you, being a wedding photographer is not for the weak. Those people charge a lot of money, and they should. I'm so glad I don't do it anymore. That's why I had to get out of it. Because number one, my schedule was booked out for like a year or 6 months or whatever. I wasn't that good, but we'll say 6 to 9 months. So you like have to plan your whole life. And then whenever you pick up and move, you don't have clients anymore. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. But really, it was just like dealing with people. Like, I had a lot of clients that I loved. For my clients that are still follow me and listen to me, love you. You're not one of them. I promise. The ones I don't like, they don't follow me anymore. So I've got a good read on people. But like one time I was just like, you just got to be fighting with people as a wedding photographer. You just have to like put people in their place, and then they get an attitude with you. Like, what's your problem? Like, you're not screaming and yelling at me whenever I'm just trying to do my job. One time I was dealing with this mother of the bride. Okay. Which normally the mother of the groom is like 10 times worse because it's her baby boy. You know what I mean? Normally the mother of the bride's like chill, okay? But I had this mother of the bride who was just like not having it. Everything had to be her way. It was like her wedding. And I was just like, girl, chill. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. You know, I need you to take a deep breath. The bride doesn't want to do it this way. The couple doesn't want to do it this way. So this is the way we're going to do it. They're writing the check, whatever. If you have an issue, take it up with your daughter. I don't know what to tell you. So we're shooting this wedding. It's a summer wedding. It's like a summer like brunch wedding. Okay. So it like starts at like 11 a.m. It goes until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Okay. So everybody's like partying, having a good time. People are day drinking. You're having mimosas before, a little cocktail hour before, you know? So there was this guest there that was the mother of the bride's cousin who was acting crazy, like running around, bouncing off the walls, bing, 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 bing. I'm not saying he was on something. I'm just saying I've never seen that much energy organically. Do you get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down here? But this is like a cousin of the mother of the bride. So I'm like, I don't know, like whatever, not my business, not my tea, you know, and I'm just here to do my job. You know what I mean? Get me in, get me out. So essentially what had happened was somebody had communicated to me that they were made uncomfortable by this man and drugs had been presented. And they had come to me with this information, and I was good friends with the venue owner. And so I went to the venue owner and was like, hey, just so you're aware, you don't even have to address it, but just so you're aware, this is what's happening. This was brought to my attention. I don't know if this is legit a thing that's happening, but it's brought to my attention by a wedding guest, and they've brought it to me. And so this is your wedding venue. I feel like I just need to give you a heads up to watch, whatever. So nothing like really ended up happening from it. Like the wedding was like almost over anyways. Everybody went home. Well, somehow the mother of the bride found out about this and called me, like chewing me out 3 months later about that I was like spreading lies about their family. And I was like, no, this was a safety issue. I just went to the wedding venue owner, made it clear to them that they were, you know, to keep an eye on this person. And we all left and went home. Like nothing, no harm done. It really didn't end up being anything. I just didn't want it to fall back on me if something went south. You know what I mean? But she was like, for you to lie and to say that my cousin is on drugs after he just got out of rehab is appalling. And it's disturbing. And how dare you? Wait a second. Somebody comes to me, tells me they think he's on drugs. You're telling me he just got out of rehab. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know about you, but mind you, this was like a cousin of the mother of the bride. You know what I mean? She was like, it's just really hard for our family that you're talking about it like this. Like drugs are a really touchy subject. He just got out of rehab. He's been doing so well. I don't know why you would start this lie. I'm like, ma'am, he was doing backflips from the second story of the venue to the first floor. Like, I mean, damn near. That was dramatic. But like, that's how this man was acting at 2 p.m. on a Saturday in June. And you're telling me he had a drug problem? I didn't even know about his drug problem, but now it sounded like we might have another drug problem. Anyways, that was one of the many straws that broke the camel's back. I just couldn't do it anymore because these people, they just, oh God, love them, but they do wear me out. So now I'm not a wedding photographer anymore, and I'm thrilled to be there. I'm thrilled that we're done with that. Anyways, did y'all see the new Shrek trailer for Shrek 5? Did y'all see that? Who is that? Who is that man? If you have not seen it, you need to go watch that trailer. I don't know who that man is, but that is not Shrek. That is not Shrek. He got plastic surgery or something. It does not look like the same thing. Like Shrek. Blink twice if you're okay. I'm sorry. I'm the biggest Shrek fan in the world. I need you to understand I live and I breathe Shrek. That's not Shrek. Somebody needs to do an investigation about that. Somebody needs to get rid of that man. Somebody needs to put him out of his misery before this movie comes out. Some screws are loose. That's all I'm saying. He needs, the government needs to do an internal investigation on that because that is not Shrek. We don't need to sit back quietly and act like that's Shrek. That's not Shrek. That is not Shrek. Who is that man? Huh? Because I don't know. I don't know who he is. They get him from another planet? Was Shrek too expensive? Did he die and they just didn't tell us? Something's not adding up. And it's not just Shrek. They got the whole family. Donkey looks bad. Fiona looks bad. The kids look bad. I haven't even seen the dragon. Where is the dragon? They have concocted a whole team of ogres and donkeys pretending to be Shrek. The family of Shrek. That is not them. And they need to be arrested too for their crimes. Because I'm not buying that that is the same Shrek, same Fiona, same donkey. That is not them. That Shrek is not from the swamp. That Shrek is from the marsh. It came from a different side of the world. Different kind of ogres. And I'm not having it. And actually, while we're here, since we're speaking about Shrek, I love Shrek. And I think that I would like to rank the Shreks from bottom to top. At the bottom, Shrek 3 and Shrek 4. I don't really know which one I'm going to place. When they start putting that little Rumpelstiltskin man in there, it really starts stressing me out. I don't like him. He really got scary for me. Gave me a lot of nightmares as a child. And I don't really like those movies. Okay, so it's Shrek 4, Shrek 3, Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is the best Shrek. It was robbed. It deserved an Oscar of Best Movie. It's a phenomenal show. The storyline is great. The fairy godmother, I want her back. That woman was serving. She was incredible. She was charismatic. She was singing. She was dancing. They just turned that thing into a musical. I don't even know why they did that, but I was living. They were, I need a hero. You remember that? Oh my God. She was singing in the back. They were going through the drive-thru. I love whenever they take like ancient things and make them modern. You know what I mean? It's based in Hollywood, but like also in the 1700s. It's so good. And the detail work in Shrek 2, it deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't even know how to describe it other than that. It's a work of art. Shakespeare wanted to create that. Leonardo da Vinci, when he was painting the Mona Lisa, he was trying to make Shrek 2. We have to pass that down for generations. It's just an incredible movie. Shrek 1 is a close second. Very close. I love Shrek 1. Don't get me wrong. But Shrek 2? Oh my God. And you know, the people at Rotten Tomato Meters don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because they have Shrek rated poorly. They have Shrek 2 rated poorly. No, 100%. No notes. Phenomenal movie. But I miss Shrek. I'm worried about Shrek 5. And I do want to get invited, DreamWorks. So if somebody from DreamWorks sees this, please invite me. I'll be generous too. I just want to be at the premiere. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to meet Shrek, and I would die. And now they're probably not going to invite me because I'm talking so negatively about it, but I don't care. I had to speak my truth. Somebody has to check on Shrek. So, oh my God, this is hilarious. Aren't you just giggling? Didn't it make you think about somebody? Oh, I know. I know who you were thinking about. Go ahead and send it to them. Send it to them and 15 of your closest friends. I know you didn't do it last week, so do it this week, okay? And while you're at it, go ahead and give us 5 stars. Maybe share it to your Instagram story. Tag me. I'll comment back. I'll share it. You know, don't be a gatekeeper and don't let me be a struggling artist forever. Anyways, I'll let you get back to the show. Love ya. Now it is time for something new, something fun at the wash. We're shaking things up, spinning it up, okay? We are doing a new segment today called the Mystery Sock. You know what I'm talking about. You ever been in a laundromat? You know how it is. Socks always go missing. We can never find the socks. And I think that we now have a lost and found of the socks here at the wash. This segment is called Mystery Socks. So what that means is we have people from my Instagram and TikTok that have submitted their own mystery sock, and we're going to draw a few and talk about them. Mystery socks can be anything under the sun. We really have no idea what's in this. For those of you listening, I have this clear container full of socks, and we're going to draw one and talk about it. So, step one. Sock number one says, oh, what a cute sock, actually. Okay. If you eat bananas, you are bisexual. That is a true mystery sock. I had no idea we were going to start there. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't eat bananas typically, but I'm not bisexual, I don't think. Never say never. But, you know, I can see the theory here. I'd like to do some more scientific evidence, but, you know, I don't know. Chime in. What do y'all think? Do we know anybody that is eating bananas that are not bisexual? Okay. Toodaloo to that sock. Next sock. Oh, another cute sock. Okay. This one says, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I secretly think my friend's boyfriend is way too good for her. Okay. Is this jealousy? Because here's the thing. If you're a true friend, like you should be like, you didn't deserve that. It's kind of like when somebody gets a job and you know that they like don't deserve the job, but you're like, oh, but I'm your friend, so I'm going to like root for you, but like don't mess this up because you shouldn't have gotten this job in the first place. That's how I feel about people that are like dating outside of their parameters. You know what I mean? But this also sounds a little bit jealous. Like, are you jealous? Did you want that man? Because if she got that man and she's not treating him well, I mean, he's going to eventually go somewhere else probably. But, you know, maybe you have a little conversation. Maybe you just say, hey, maybe you should play more things. Maybe you should do more stuff for him, you know? But I think you should also, if you're a good friend, you should be rooting for them. Like, congratulations, because you bagged that super hot model. And honestly, you shouldn't have. So, good sock. Great sock. Okay, next sock. Oh my God. My former roommate held his chin together with a belt after he busted it open and refused to go to the hospital for stitches. Keyword former roommate. Proud of you. Because that was, wow, that's something. You know, this is like kind of one of those things I have to say, like, let men be men. I'm just like, y'all don't have to make life this hard. We are not hunters and gatherers. We have modern medicine, okay? You can go to the ER and get some stitches done. And maybe you don't have the money. I don't know, okay? Maybe you don't have insurance. I don't know. Understandable. But sometimes the men just don't listen. I know some men with insurance who would still refuse to go to the ER. But if you're strapping your chin together with a belt, we should probably do something about that. Like, you know what I mean? Probably should be admitted into a psych ward, but they don't have any more room. Wow. That's a powerful thing. Thank you for that sock. Next sock. Oh, wow. This is a long sock. Okay. My friend went on my family trip and made me the villain. Okay. Every morning at the crack of dawn, she'd be on her phone screaming at her husband who's stationed overseas. She drank all the bottled water in the house. Okay, that's criminal, actually. I've got to be hydrated, especially when I'm out of town. No. If you drink all the bottled water, you better Uber Eats, DoorDash some water to the house. Drive yourself there. I don't care. You drink the last one, you replace it. She drank all the bottled water in the house, then casually informed me there wasn't any left for the beach. She told me she wanted to lose weight, so when I shared how I lost 70 pounds, she acted like I'd personally attacked her. Then she'd sit with my family at meals while somehow making sure I ended up at the far end of the table. The real plot twist? After a week of this, she went to my family and played victim. Suddenly, I was the problem. I spent the entire trip wondering if I was losing my mind or if a nearly 40-year-old woman was genuinely behaving like this. Needless to say, the friendship didn't survive the return flight. Wow. Good on you for cutting her off, because that's something. Number two, we need an intervention with your family, because what do you mean they took her side? No, I'm your flesh and blood. So let's make that clear. That's a concerning thing. I'm a little concerned about that, but glad you made it out of that. That is a crazy thing. Also, I believe that traveling with a person tells you everything you need to know about them. If you can make it through a trip with somebody, you are golden. A relationship, a friendship, anything. I've ruined friendships over traveling with people. Like, I don't feel like I'm difficult to travel with, but if they are, I'm out. I can't do it. I think you just see a lot of like people's tendencies and whether they're very selfish or whether they're like team players on a trip. Next sock. Oh, wow. I don't go home to see my family just to avoid seeing my in-laws. That's completely fair, completely valid. Have them come visit you because I don't like going home to my hometown half the time. And it's not because of the people. It's because I just get really bored and depressed. So I just tell everybody, why don't you come here? I'll entertain you. You have somewhere to stay. But that's fair. If I had in-laws to dodge, I definitely would not be going home. I think that's a completely valid reason. And honestly, great sock. Next sock. My boss accidentally told me who they're trying to fire. This is a great position to be in. First of all, do you like your boss? That's question number one. If they don't like you and you don't like your boss, now you have collateral. Now you can use that to your favor. Okay? I didn't say that. Allegedly. That was a joke. Number two, if you do like your boss and they have told you this, tread lightly. Do not bring it up again. Be very careful. This is when you breadcrumb it, okay? They have put you in a position that is very unique. And if you play your cards right, you can use it to your benefit, okay? You want to be in the loop. It's good to know the dynamics. It's good to know who to get close with, who to not to. You know what I mean? And if your boss is telling you this, even if it's on accident, be careful. Tread lightly. Show them that they can trust you. You know what I mean? Show them that you are a good team player. You never know what's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. Give it a shot. Okay, next sock. Oh my God, a cute sock. J-Lo is overrated. Okay, oh God, I don't want her to come after me. So I don't know how to say this. I think it depends on the J-Lo. J-Lo, the actress, I love. I think J-Lo picks good movies to be in. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never watched a J-Lo movie and not had fun watching it. Like she's really fun to watch on screen. I don't really get the music. There's like 3 songs that I have a good time in. I think that she's like always having a good time and she looks hot. However, I never want to meet her. No shade. Hope she lives her life and enjoys herself. But like, she's not my friend. You know what I mean? So I guess my disagreement here is I don't think that J-Lo is underrated or overrated. You know what I mean? I don't really think she's rated at all. Sorry. Oh, this is interesting. I stayed in a relationship with my cheating boyfriend for over a year because I didn't want to split the rent. Okay. I have follow-up questions, but this is what I'll say. We never support a cheating man. Let's make that clear. But let's make rational, thought-through decisions before we jump the gun. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if your man's paying rent and you don't have the money to go somewhere else, let's stay seated. You know what I mean? Like, be smart. Do what's best for you. And if what's best for you is staying temporarily while you get your stuff together, I think that's fine. I think that, like, he's cheating. He deserves somebody to be using him. You know what I mean? And if you're using him by getting free rent, because it says, I don't want to split the rent. So that means he must be paying all the rent. And if that's the case, I say win, win, win. Now, if y'all are sharing a 1-bedroom and you're splitting the rent 50-50 and he cheats on you, bye. He can find somewhere else to go. You can find some way to get out of that lease. If it's an apartment, you can get a doctor's note. You can go see a therapist. But if he's paying the rent and you can't afford to pay the rent right now, all I'm saying is I don't fault you for it. Okay? Okay, next sock. Kids with half-empty princess-themed carry-ons on planes are taking up valuable overhead bin space we should be saving for adults. Wow, the parents are not going to like this one. I think instead the way I would look at this is we have an issue with carry-ons in general. People are putting not enough stuff in their carry-ons or too much stuff in the carry-ons. People should be buying a bag when they're actually bringing carry-on. That's the problem, okay? Some people are putting 14 bags in the carry-on in the overhead bin. People are putting their personal items up there. They're bringing stuff from duty-free and no, that's not what that's for. You get one section in the overhead bin, and if you need more, you should pay for first class. Sorry, they have dedicated bin space. That sounds great for you. That sounds like just what you need right now. You know what I mean? But if you can't, then probably it's not for you. But as far as like the kids with the princess themed carry-ons, I think it just depends on if it's a full, very well-stocked carry-on, yes. If we're just bringing the carry-on because the kid just wants to bring the carry-on, let's bring the kid something else. Okay, and our final sock of the day is, oh, what is your favorite song? Currently or like in general? God, that's a really hard one. I really like Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift, but that's because I lived and breathed through that. The music video is phenomenal. I was there. I was clocked in the entire time. So it was a cultural moment and a cultural shift that I experienced, and so it was powerful. So Look What You Made Me Do is by far one of the best songs on the planet, but that was because I was there to experience it. But if we're saying current songs, I would say maybe like a Zara Larsson, like a Midnight Sun. Oh my God, I love Olivia Dean. Dive is so good. I mean, all of her songs are so good. But I will never forgive y'all for making Olivia Dean famous because I wanted her to sing at my wedding so bad. I'm not even married. I'm not even engaged, okay? I just knew, I was like, Olivia Dean, I have to have her at my wedding. And nobody had heard of her. I kept on talking about her. I kept on using her songs. People were like, oh, I don't like her. I don't think she's cool. And then guess what? She did that one song, Man I Need, that I heard at her concert. She played it before it even came out, okay? And then it went mega viral, and then the rest is history. Now she's booked and busy, Grammy Award winning, and I'm just sick about it. I can't afford her anymore. Next time, I don't know if we're going to bring the mystery sock back, so let us know if you like it. Let me know. Shoot me a DM. Leave a comment. But if you'd like to leave a mystery sock for us to read through next time, go to my Instagram or TikTok, the Wash It Dalton Smiley. There's a link in the bio, and in that link, you can submit your own sock. It can be anything. Hot takes, comments, stories. As you could see, there was really no rhyme or reason because it's a mystery sock for a reason. You know what I mean? Please go online, submit your mystery socks, and who knows? We might come across yours next week. Okay, so we are at the point of the episode for my favorite segment, Freshly Pressed, where I talk about whatever I am pressed about this week. This week, I had a little bit of an elevator fiasco, which, number one, before I begin, I would like to say, I don't mind sharing the elevator with people. I have an issue with sharing the elevator with people who are not courteous. So for example, I get on this elevator with this mom and this son, and the kid is like bouncing off the walls, like, you know, running around, like whatever. And like, I get it. Kids are kids, like whatever. Okay. Except for the kid runs over to the elevator button that's like right next to me. Okay. So he's already in my personal bubble. So anyways, we start on the first floor. They're going to floor 3. I'm going to floor like 10 or 12, okay? So the kid wants to come over and push the button. Great. So she tells him to push 3. He presses it. And then he decides that's not enough. He wants to keep pressing the buttons. So he presses 4, he presses 5, he presses 6, he presses 7. You get the point. He lights up that elevator like a Christmas tree, okay? Mind you, they're getting off on floor 3. I'm riding it to floor 12. So I got a minute, okay? And the mom is just not doing anything about it. Like, she's just letting him. I'm like, oh. And she's like, I mean, he's just pressing a button. Yeah, girl. Well, I'm about to have to ride this I'm about to have to stop on every floor. It's inconsiderate. So before I keep going, I just want to say that my hot take, my freshly pressed of the week is we should be able to deselect elevator buttons. I don't know why that's not a thing. To be able to like unselect them, because now I'm on this single use elevator, riding it and stopping on every floor. So anyways, all that to say, I ended up having to ride and stop on every single floor while they got off and enjoyed the rest of their day. And I was just on there forever. So I don't know if you would say that my freshly pressed is deselecting elevator buttons or just pay attention to our kids. You know, that's a good one. Let's not have kids unless we can pay attention to them. You know what I mean? Let's not do that. Which also, I know this is a no-no, but I'm getting to a point where I'm just like ready to address kids in public, like other people's kids. Like I'm ready to correct them. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, don't press all the buttons on the elevator. Sorry, your mom's not paying attention and being a mother. So am I going to have to step in? I don't want to. I'm not trying to meddle in your business, but now you're starting to meddle in mine. Do you understand? There's like an overlap there that just really makes me uncomfortable. That has been our freshly pressed, and that has been our load of the week here at the Wash. Thank you so much for clocking in. I am so thrilled. All of my favorite coworkers are here. You, okay? And before you go, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this with a few friends, please. Make sure you like and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Love ya.